We begin in the U.S., where President Joe Biden has pledged to provide Ukraine with 5 new strategic air defense systems to counter relentless Russian attacks. A forceful speech welcoming NATO leaders to Washington, D.C. Leaders from the 32 member countries are converging on the U.S. Capitol for the summit. We have details in this report.
Tuesday's event was steeped in the alliance's history. It was held in the very venue where the original treaty was signed decades ago, which President Joe Biden invoked in his speech.
The United States will make sure that when we export critical air defense interceptors, Ukraine goes to the front of the line.
In brief but strongly delivered remarks at the opening of the summit, President Biden declared the military alliance more powerful than ever as it faced a pivotal moment in the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Make no mistake, Russia is failing in this war. More than 2 years into Putin's war of choice, his losses are staggering. More than 350,000 Russian troops dead or wounded. Nearly 1 million Russians, many of them young people, have left Russia because they no longer see a future in Russia. And Kyiv, remember, fellas and ladies, supposed to fall in 5 days, remember? Was still standing 2.5 years later and will continue to stand.
The announcement comes just 2 days after a Russian missile leveled a children's hospital in the Ukrainian capital, Kiev. An attack the city's mayor said was among the worst since the beginning of the war. Russia denied responsibility for the attack, but the UN and analysts pinned the blame on Moscow. In total, NATO plans to donate 5 strategic air defense systems and dozens of smaller strategic anti-air batteries over the coming year.
But killing and destroying...
President Volodymyr Zelensky has spent months pleading with his Western allies to step up supplies of air defenses. At the Reagan Institute on Tuesday, he said that the world must not wait for the November presidential election in the United States to take action to repel Russia's offensive against his country.
It seems that people do not even notice that NATO has expanded by 2 new countries at once. And this is a historic event, but it is in the shadows of another story. It's time to step out of the shadows, to make strong decisions work, to act and not to wait for November or any other month to this end. We must be strong and uncompromising all together. And first of all, America. And first of all, the leaders of America.
Donald Trump criticized NATO allies during a campaign rally at his golf club in Florida. He has repeatedly lambasted NATO member states for failing to meet an agreed goal of spending at least 2% of gross domestic product on defense.
And then she was sent to Europe to deter Russia from attacking Ukraine. How did that work out? Not too good. Both times the result was a deadly failure. Since Kamala was made border czar, the Biden-Harris administration has lost track of an estimated 150,000 children, many of whom have undoubtedly been raped, trafficked, killed, or horribly abused.